Win and laugh in their faces. It feels like as though like hella people are just like doubting you and shit. Hella people are just like thinking that you're like a fucking loser basically. And you just think it's like unfair. Like, what the fuck? Yo, why are you picking on me, bro? But here's the thing, right? More often than not, if they're picking on you, if you're getting bullied, if you feel depressed because of someone else, chances are you deserve it. You deserve to feel depressed. You deserve to feel like a failure. You deserve to feel like a loser. You know why? Because you are just not winning. And everyone else sees that. So they treat you like a loser. Now, sure, like you can sit out here and hate me for like saying like, oh, he's hating on me like everyone else who's bullying me, who's treating me like shit. He's the part of the cause who like won. He's part of the cause that made me kill myself. Yeah, sure, you can hate me for that, but like here's the thing, bro. If you watch any of my previous videos, I wanted to kill myself too, okay? I wanted to jump in front of a train too. Why? Because everyone who I knew didn't see the same thing that I saw in myself. Right now, you see something in yourself that is more than what other people are seeing in you. Right now, you see yourself as someone who's capable of something, but everyone else just doesn't see it. And so they treat you as someone who just has no purpose, has no goal, has no capability to just lock in. That's how they see you. So, what the fuck do you do? Win and laugh in their faces. Win so hard. Win. Take the biggest W of your life. Make crazy amounts of money. Make crazy amounts of gains. Win and laugh in their fucking faces for not seeing the same thing you saw in yourself. Imagine that fucking satisfaction. Imagine how good you will feel when those people who were objectively like your ops, bro, who hated you, who like treated you like shit, those same very people, imagine their faces when they see that you won, when they see you pull up in the fucking Rari, when they see you pull up with the six-pack, with the physique. Imagine their faces when they see you with that jawline, with that clear skin. Imagine their faces when you win. Imagine that psychopathic ecstasy you'll feel when you start like laughing in their fucking faces like Kira from fucking Death Note. Imagine that satisfaction. Imagine laughing in their faces when you succeed, when you win. Imagine that. But that's only gonna come from you actually succeeding. That's only gonna come if you genuinely lock in. If you just want to lock in, but you never actually win, then sorry to break it to you, but like those people who fucking clown on you, those people who laugh at you, those people who don't see the same thing you see in yourself, they're right. You are just a loser because you're losing. You're not winning. You can't laugh in their faces. You can't crash out. You can't like laugh psychotically because you didn't earn it. You didn't win. So how do you win? How do you win so much to the point where you can laugh in their faces like a fucking psycho? First step you got to do is exercise. Now, I know everyone says like exercising will make you feel proud of yourself. Exercising will make people notice you, make you notice your change. Well, I'm going to be so real. No, exercising does not make you happy. Exercising does not make people notice you unless you do it in the right way. Because here's the thing, right? I was exercising and I objectively got the physique. I got the result. I got the physique. I looked like a Chad, right? And I want you to look at the picture I took 30 minutes after that picture. I was depressed, miserable, anxious. I was taking pictures of my bicep, and in bad lighting, I felt so small. Like I had the physique, and I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like I had a physique. I didn't feel like a Chad, even though I looked like one. Why? Everyone, including me, would think that if they changed their appearance, if they became fit, and if they weren't skinny, if they weren't fat, then they would start getting laid. They would start getting fucking head. They would start getting attention, but none of that happened. And I didn't know why, because I got the physique. The reason was because I was getting the physique for attention. I was getting the physique to be noticed. I wasn't getting the physique because it was fun. I wasn't getting the physique because I liked exercising. I wasn't getting the physique because I liked the gym. I was just getting it for the promise that other people would like me. And that was so wrong. Because if I wanted other people to like me, then exercising while being fucking miserable wouldn't work. Because no one would want a depressed little toxic kid who's a borderline psycho who wants to kill everyone. No one wants that kind of person in their friend group, even if he looks like a Chad. That's just the harsh truth, bro. I'm trying to save you from 2 years of the gym grinding. If you don't like the gym, it won't get you attention. If attention is your goal, if respect is your goal, it won't get you that. Because no one fucking cares. No one put me in their friend group. I was still alone, even with the Chad physique. So what did I do? I started doing social explorers exercising. What does that mean? Basically, instead of like locking in with my hoodie over my head, my noise cancellation AirPods in, instead of locking in with that solo alpha grind up mode, sitting in a corner absolutely hating on everyone else, and including myself, instead of doing that, I did exercises in places that I wanted to explore. So I'm really big into urbexing. I'm really into like climbing buildings and shit. So what if I did my exercises in really cool places? What if instead of going to the same gym for the 100th time, I would go to a hidden outdoor gym in a park I've never really been to and do push-ups there? What if instead of having the craziest, the hardest leg workout of my life to get gains, I would instead climb 70 stories of a skyscraper to get a picture of the sunset? It's still the same legs. It's just climbing 70 stories to get a picture is just more fun, like objectively, like trying to get past security and shit. Like that's fun. Going to the same gym for the 1000th time is not fun. That is the biggest game changer for me for exercising. That is what made me genuinely happy with how I felt. It wasn't the fact that I became attractive that made me feel happy, that made me feel good about myself. It wasn't the physique, it wasn't the attractiveness. It was the change from doing repetitive, boring things into social, fun things that I enjoyed. So here's an action step for you, right? This is what I want you to do. If you hate the way you look, if you hate the way you look in the mirror and you think, and you like pick at your face, you like suck in your cheeks to try and make it hollow to make your face look leaner. In the past, you've tried doing like a 5-minute ab workout before a pool party. If you don't like the way you look, I want you to go outside right now. I don't care if you live in the fucking trenches. I don't care if it's 11:59 p.m. for you. I don't care. Go outside right now. It doesn't fucking matter. And do 10 push-ups. No, do a single push-up and then just go back. One single push-up outside. You can do that. You don't even have to leave your house property. You can just do it outside in the air. Do one single push-up. That is so different from you like rotting in the same little Genshin Impact dungeon you've been living in for like 3 years since COVID. That's like a whole different world for you that you've just explored basically. Keep doing that, and slowly over time, you'll start to go out more, you'll start to explore more, and shit, bro, like it'll be fun now. Going outside will be fun because you're trying to explore something. You're trying to see something new. Have that mindset of seeing something new. The next thing that everyone says they need to do to lock in to win is meditation. But here's the thing with meditation that no one really talks about. When I tried meditating, I was like trying to copy those Buddhist monks who were like sitting in Indian temples meditating for like hours straight. I was trying to copy them. So logically, I put a timer for like 20 minutes, which is less than an hour, but I thought it was still pretty long. I put a timer for 20 minutes. I took a deep breath and I got lost in a mental movie. Within like 5 seconds, I was thinking about me becoming a demigod and taking over my whole school and starting a new race and committing mass genocide on top of that. I was daydreaming like some random ass scenario about me killing everyone. Now low-key, it was like, that's low-key my dream, but I mean, low-key, like when my timer rang, I was like, oh shit, wait, what the fuck? I was actually thinking, wait, isn't meditation supposed to keep me thoughtless? Am I actually like incapable of just focusing on my breath? Because meditation's literally just breathing, right? Am I that much of a failure where I just can't even breathe? holy shit, I might as well just kill myself. Like, what the fuck? That's how I felt after meditating. I felt that way because I didn't start it off at something I could handle. Just like with the push-ups, just like with the explorers exercising, when I started meditating, I didn't set it as something I could handle. When I told you in that action step, which if you haven't done it, you gotta go do it. Go outside and do a push-up. I didn't tell you to do a 50-mile run. No, that's like impossible. But for someone like David Goggins, for someone like those Buddhist guru monks that I was watching, that's light work. So in order to win, in order to prove everyone wrong, in order to laugh at everyone's faces, we have to start at that baby level. We have to start at a level that where we can complete it, but it's still a little bit like challenging for us. So for me, that was around 30 seconds of meditation because I was so filled with like demon thoughts. I was so filled with like suicidal thoughts. The voice was like kept on brainwashing me. The voice like kept on telling me to jump in front of that train. I was so filled, like 30 seconds was the max I could do. Now, when I would meditate, a lot of people say to just notice your breath. Now, what the fuck does noticing your breath mean, right? So here's what it actually means, right? When you meditate, you want to breathe in so deeply that your stomach bulges out. And then once you're at the peak, you breathe in a little bit more. So let's say this is like a bar graph, like a oxygen level in your lungs, right? You breathe in, and this is your max. So you breathe in all the way until you can't breathe anymore, and you breathe in an extra little breath before you breathe out. And what that does is almost like a noise cancellation for like the voice in your head. It's crazy. Like, try it right now. Try it right now, bro. What the fuck? Breathe in. And after around like five, 6 breaths, literally like after 14 seconds, the voice in your head is gone. And that was so game changing for me because a lot of times in school, when I would try and work on my business, I would just get like distracted by like suicide, distracted by like violent fucking thoughts, distracted by being like a fucking psycho. The voice in my head would tell me to stop. The voice in my head would tell me to kill myself. The voice in my head would tell me to quit. And doing that breathing exercise, doing that form of meditation, it literally like, now, if we want to win, it's literally like a necessity that we take into account what we are grateful for. There was like a study where a like organization helped 2 groups of people become successful, like become millionaires basically. And one group was taught how to be successful and wasn't told to be grateful for the organization that taught them how to be successful. And the other group was taught the same exact thing, but asked the people in this group to be grateful for the organization for teaching them how to be successful. And now what the study found was that the people in this group, even though they were taught the exact same thing, they were more like narcissistic. They were more like, oh, all the work I did is mine. I did all the work. And now what that caused was that this group was less successful than this group right here, who was told to be grateful. And so they appreciated the organization for teaching them. They valued their lessons more. And so they became more successful even though they were taught the exact same thing on how to be successful. So it is so important for us to do gratitude journaling. Now, when I tried gratitude journaling, it was complicated, especially because like I'm like a fucking narcissist, psycho, bipolar, traumatized, ADHD, PTSD fucking kid, right? When I tried gratitude journaling, I could not give a shit if the weather was sunny or if my mom made me food. Like, I didn't care. I would write down that I'm grateful for them. I would write down I'm grateful for the weather. But it felt so fake. Like, I did not care. Until it was one day where my mom and brother did not come home one day. So my mom and brother went to the beach, and I didn't go because I don't like the beach. And I was just doing my normal things, you know, rotting in bed, you know, dreaming about killing myself, dreaming about killing others, dreaming about, you know, me becoming a demigod and annihilating the whole human race. Shit like that, right? And it gets dark, like pitch black dark. But my mom and her brother are still not home. And I'm like, What the fuck? Why are they not home? And then I start thinking the worst. What if they got in a car crash? What if something bad happened to them? What if they actually died? And so now I'm like thinking like, holy shit, bro. Like now I'm gonna have to go into child protective services. Now my abusive fucking dad is gonna raise me. Now I'm gonna struggle economically. I'm probably gonna get put in a foster family. Like, holy, who the hell is gonna make me food, bro? Like, I cannot cook for shit. And so I'm thinking about how shit my life is now, because now that I genuinely believe that my mom and brother died. I was thinking about how shit my life would be. And when my mom and brother actually came home, I felt so relieved. I was so grateful that they were actually alive. I was literally so grateful that they were alive and I didn't have to go through that pain of like child protective services, of living full time with my dad. I was so grateful that my mom was alive. Like I was about to cry, literally. I was so grateful. So this is how gratitude journaling needs to work. Take something that you usually take for granted and imagine if it wasn't there. Like normally I know I have to be grateful for like having a roof over my head, but I wouldn't give a shit unless I genuinely visualized how shit my life would be if I was fucking homeless. I wouldn't have Wi-Fi. I would struggle to eat, bro. Like if my stuff would get wet from rain, like I would be cooked. Like if I was homeless, like holy shit, bro. I'm fucked. It would genuinely be like fucking terrible if I didn't have a roof over my head. Now, keep in mind, before this visualization of how shit my life would be if I didn't have it, I was like, yeah, I'm grateful for this house, but like, don't really care, to be honest. Like, I still kind of want to kill myself. But now that I imagine if it wasn't there, like, holy shit, damn. I'm actually grateful that I have this roof over my head. So that's how gratitude needs to work. Now, action step for you. Imagine something that you take for granted and imagine if it wasn't there. Imagine if your bed was just disappeared, despawned. How shit would your life be? Imagine if your Wi-Fi router disappeared. How shit would your life be? Imagine if your refrigerator disappeared. Imagine if your shampoo disappeared, if your backpack disappeared, if your chair disappeared. Imagine if something disappeared, and imagine how shit your life would be. And then once you realize that it actually didn't disappear, you'd be like, holy shit, thank God, bro. And now all of this is good and all, but we're all gonna make mistakes, right? We're all eventually gonna like fuck up. We're all eventually gonna relapse after going 5 days of progress, right? And you might have experienced this too, but every time like we fuck up, we try and make like a game plan, right? We try and like think like, okay, I relapsed after I would watch Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. So next time, I'm not gonna watch any anime at all, so I won't relapse. And then you try that, but somehow you still end up fucking relapsing. Like, what the fuck? Somehow you still end up making mistakes. Somehow you still end up fucking up. Even though you have a protocol, you have a plan, you have 3 things that you know you have to do, you still end up fucking up. How do you stop it? You have to read The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. This book is so damn good. Like, I swear, there's so many. I know, like, the last book you've probably read was like 2 years ago for 8th grade, but like, hear me out, okay? This book is actually game changing. This book is so comforting. This book is literally like a therapist on paper, but that actually understands what you're going through and doesn't just assign you on benzodiazepines. This book is so good. This book teaches you everything about why you fuck up, why you relapse, why you it calls it self-sabotaging, why you like fuck up, why you keep falling back to your addictions. It tells you everything. This book is overpowered. Like, read this book. Holy shit, I can't stress this book enough. And you know what the crazy part is? Most of you are still not gonna do those 4 things, even though I literally told you how to win, even though I literally told you how to get that satisfaction of laughing in their faces. I told you how to get that. Just do those 4 things and you will get that satisfaction. You will win. You will laugh in your face like Kira from Death Note. You will laugh like a fucking psycho. That is how you do it. That is how you win. But for some fucking reason, you won't do it. Why? I don't know. So here's what I'm gonna offer to you. I can force you to be successful. Now, what the fuck does that mean? You know how like you go for like 4 days and then you just relapse, you fail, you just stop, you break momentum, or you have some goals but you just can't fucking do them. You try and do them, but like you keep switching something up. Nothing seems to be clicking, nothing seems to be working. You can't build momentum. You know what I mean, right? Every time you just try and do something, the idea of winning in life just seems so fucking far. Here's what I'll do to you. If you DM me on Discord, I will literally force you to become successful in 14 days. How do I know that I can do it in 14 days? Because I've already fucking done it. I literally went from wanting to kill myself into locking the fuck in. I literally went from taking Kevin, who was genuinely about to die, into locking in. I took Abdul, who hated the way he looked, who wanted to kill himself. I took him and made him start building momentum. Obviously, in 14 days, you're not going to get any results. But in 14 days, you can get so much momentum with me that you will get the results so much more faster, years faster. And I wish I had this for my younger self. I wish my younger self had someone like me who would just force him to be successful, who would just force him to not make stupid decisions, who would just force him to be successful. And so I've optimized this method with my own experiences, and I've proven this with Kevin, with Abdul. I've proven this, and I can do the same for you. Literally, I can force you to become successful. I can force you to win and prove everyone fucking wrong. So DM me on Discord. I'll make that happen. I will make that happen. I swear on my life, in 14 days, I will make you successful. I will make you build so much momentum. You will never stop and just keep on pushing, keep on going until you become successful.